Step up, Poliquin, Bodyweight. The Poliquin Step-up is a great exercise to improve knee strength, prevent knee injury, and to rehab the knees after injury. This version of the step-up specifically targets the Vastus medialis, VMO, the inner front side of the thigh. The heel of the working leg is elevated to a height that allows us to move the working knee over the toes, which increases the load on the VMO. Yes, it is perfectly okay to move the knee over the toes. Do not believe the myths that taking the knee over the toe is dangerous. If you have sore or weak knees, you must start with the foot flat on the floor and slowly increase the height of the working heel as strength improves. Do not work through pain. The working leg can be placed flat on the floor or the heel can be elevated on the floor. As strength improves, the height of the working leg can be elevated on a step. The goal of the Poliquin Step-up is to target the VMO, which is activated in the first 15 degrees of knee flexion. Another way to increase the intensity of the Poliquin Step-up is to reach the heel of the non-working foot further forward. By reaching the heel of the front foot further forward, the knee of the rear leg will need to bend further and therefore place more load on the VMO. Do not allow the torso to lean backwards. The shoulders will never move behind the vertical line of the hips. The combination of the elevated height and the distance the heel is placed forward of the rear foot will dictate the overall intensity. Find what works best for you. Where do you feel the VMO working with zero knee pain? Set the feet to be hip-width apart. Imagine you are standing on tram tracks and not on a tightrope. From here, step forward and down with the non-working leg as if you are walking down the stairs. The non-working leg remains straight and only the heel of the foot touches the floor. This prevents us from cheating and using the non-working leg to push us back up. After placing the heel on the floor, pause and hold the bottom position for 1 to 3 seconds to prevent bouncing. All of the work must be done by the leg on the step and the non-working leg must not assist the movement. As we walk down the imaginary stair, the knee of the working leg will track directly over the toes. The knee will not collapse inwards and the hip must not hike on either side. Keep the hips level. If the hip is hiking, it is a sign that the glutes are not correctly stabilizing the hip, and this should be corrected before progressing with this exercise. Be mindful not to push the hips back, as this will move the weight into the heel of the working foot and take pressure off the VMO. To maximize the effect of the Poliquin Step-up, you should feel the weight under the ball of the foot at all times. As you stand up, focus on pushing through the ball of the working foot. The non-working leg should not touch the elevated surface. You must work on your balance when the heel of the non-working leg is lifted off the floor. Perform the prescribed number of repetitions on one side before repeating on the opposite side.